face, do I go on through Skype or Ustream or both?
Just Skype. You just do instead of doing a audio call, do video call.
Oh, all right.
Do you have I assume you have a camera on your computer?
Yeah,
I'm used to my iPad.
We saw him on cam once.
Oh, you're using your iPad?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
The sound is pretty good for iPad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It's just my headphones here.
Oh, you have headphones hooked into your iPhone? I mean, iPad?
Yeah.
Wait, now headphones or do you have a you have a headset?
No, it's headphones. It's noise canceling headphones. I guess there's a mic on here somewhere.
Okay.
Well, I'm hearing that the audio and video is working perfectly.
From who?
From Steven.
Steven, what's going on, dude? Is Steven the only person in the chat room?
Me and Bri are in there.
I am?
If you talk to Brian once during the show, through this Ustream chat room, I'm done with the show.
Well, if Bri's not in there, then somebody else is. I mean, I'm just posting the links in Facebook and Twitter now.
I mean, I put the Ustream. I have it up on my computer, so I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I didn't think I was logged in though. It says log in, sign up. I didn't think I was logged in, but.
Well, I think you're logged in as. I mean, it says like anonymous, so that's probably.
Oh. Yeah, that's me, anonymous. I'm gonna get the little mask.
Mr. Robot's really good.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'm totally hooked on it.
What?
Mr.
Brian, you
Robot.
watch that?
No, what is it?
It's called Mr. Robot. Jay told me about it. It's on USA. It's like the hot new show of the summer, I guess.
Either of you guys ever watch Review?
Yes, I watched that.
No.
That was pretty funny.
The guy at work got me hooked on it. It's really good. It's either really good or it's really bad, but the really good ones are really funny.
Yeah, I kind of think I like left off. I think I had 2 episodes ago in this, and I just never finished it. But it was really funny. Like, it was hit or miss.
Yeah, the last episode of the first season's really good. I don't know if you saw it. If you cut out before then.
Oh, because I should go back to it actually, because it was getting kind of, I don't know, for whatever reason I stopped watching it, but there were some funny things, like he had to like do his divorce. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah. Jay, did you ever watch it?
No, I know that guy though. Yeah, I've seen commercials for it.
It was a clever concept.
It's pretty good. It's worth watching.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
You got to check out Mr. Robot, Bri.
It's
so
really
good,
Bri.
And Christian Slater's in it, and he's good.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Let me search my DVR for my thing for it here, Mr. Robot.
Yeah, it's really good.
We start yet, Jay, or are we just wasting all of our conversation here?
We're just wasting everything.
All right.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Sure.
We're ready.
Okay.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brink of Sanity episode, I don't even know, 200 and something.
Yay.
Yay, the 200 and something special of the Brink of Sanity. Let's call it, I don't even know. Okay, so Bri's here today. How you doing, Bri?
Yes.
Hi. Hi, guys.
And,
Hey, Bri. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
The show is riveting so far.
yes, this is
All
episode
right.
219 for those people who really, really cared about that.
Wow.
So, I'll tell you about my weekend.
I think that's a prime number.
Could be. All right, let's hear about Marc's weekend.
Okay. So I had Wednesday night. I went with Jay to go to the Comedy Cellar, which was pretty funny, right?
No, not really.
It was like hit or miss. There were some comedians that were kind of funny, but I'd seen them at the Comedy Cellar the time I went there previous, and they're doing the exact same jokes. And then the rest of the people weren't very funny at all.
Yeah, the first guy was really good, and everyone else stunk. It was like all funny comedians trying out new material that shouldn't have been tried out.
I mean, that's what I like the Comedy Cellar, because you get really funny comedians, but sometimes they're really trying their stuff out, and it can be kind of lame. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing.
So anyway, I get home. My wife's like, she put the kids to bed, and she was like, my side's kind of hurting a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep. In the morning, she's like, my side kind of hurts still a little. I'm like, yeah, you probably maybe pull the muscle or something like that. She's like, okay. Then she calls me like midway through the day. She's like, I went to the doctor at work, and they said I should go to the ER. I was like, they said you might have something wrong with your appendix. And I was like, okay. I mean, they're probably overreacting. Whatever. I go to meet my wife at the ER. She's sitting there like, we haven't had Wayne there. Like, do some tests. You're just sitting around, and she's like, why am I waiting around? I'm kind of feeling better. I'm kind of feeling this is stupid. Long story short, she had her appendix out Thursday night, and it was quite a wonderful night.
Jesus.
Did she get to keep it?
No, they don't even ask you that. They don't ask you if you can, like, maybe we want to put it on the mantle.
Yeah. Show it to your kids. They don't do drugs.
So is she mad that you said ignore it and then she might have died?
I would have. They told me that if we'd waited more than 12 hours, like 12 hours later, it would have burst. There's no way I would have gone to the hospital.
I'd call that bluff. That's.
Do you think if you had a pain in your side, what would it take you to get to the hospital?
I have pains everywhere in my body every day.
Yeah.
I just refuse to go to the hospital.
I'm completely falling apart, so it'd probably take a lot.
I would have to be coughing up blood, I think, to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was smart enough to go, obviously, because it worked out fine, and she's just recovering. But and this is not like a funny story for the show, but I was just
kind
thinking
of
about.
funny.
Yeah, I was thinking about how I would never have gone, and the one guy I know, one guy who had the same issue, appendicitis, and he did not go, and he eventually went when he got into extreme pain after it already burst, and I was like, that would definitely be me.
So it's not like.
Why did you consult the official Brink of Sanity doc?
I should have. That actually would have been really helpful. Basically, you have an appendicitis. Your appendix is inflamed. It could burst. You probably want to get it out before it bursts.
But apparently, it's not deadly if it bursts in your body.
Well, your appendix is like useless at this point in evolution. It doesn't do anything.
Maybe
so the only time it does anything is when it bursts, and it could kill you or really hurt you. But other than that, it's like useless.
Basically, it can just infect other cells.
Yeah.
Body. It's not like you don't want to try it. You don't want to have it burst and say, "Hey, let's see what happens."
Right.
I should have done I should have called the doc and be like, "Hey, I know this is I know we just go to a doctor, but can you diagnose it over the phone?"
He'll say, "Don't worry about it."
It was so funny that my wife was just like, "This is so stupid. Why are we waiting around? I can't believe I even came here. Oh, I have to go on the knife tonight. Maybe that was good to come here."
Good times.
So how is she feeling now, I guess, is the most important question.
The whole weekend basically was her. My in-laws took the kids, and the weekend was things like, the doctor said you should go for walks. I don't feel good. Okay.
The doctor said you should go for walks?
Or she should go to walks.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like she was very much in a bad mood for 2 straight days. Where I was like, you want to watch a show? My shoulder hurts. Okay.
But the good news is you didn't have your kids for a couple days, right?
Yeah,
it's not all bad.
No, it was kind of a weird I missed them, but it was kind of a weird I guess this is what I would do if I didn't have kids. I live in the suburbs.
If I didn't have kids, if you didn't have kids, you could just leave your wife there and just never go back to the hospital and find someone else.
It's true. I could do that too. Yes.
I guess
That's the end of that chapter.
Yeah. I want a woman with an appendix. I'm sorry.
Yeah, appendix is not useless. It keeps me in the marriage. That's what it does. Yeah, I was trying to figure out we were just hanging around the house, and I'm like, I guess I'll watch more TV, which is not a bad thing. I feel like I kept wanting to do stuff, get accomplished stuff. I'm used to accomplish stuff with the kids, and I really was like, what am I going to accomplish now? And she's just like, I'm kind of in a lot of pain right now, so can you get me my medication? There you go, I accomplished something.
Back to Mr. Robot.
Back to Mr. Robot. I've been watching Mr. Robot on USA, which Jay turned me on to, which is awesome. Brian, have you watched Mr. Robot?
No, I do not. I never heard of it. Is this the first season of it?
Yeah. Season finale is next week.
Oh, okay.
It's
There's only 10 episodes.
It's not a cartoon, is it?
No.
There's-
I thought you only watched cartoons.
I like completely shifted gears the last couple of years. I watch like no cartoons now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't think I watched.
So
the
tell
show
me more about. So give me some lowdown. When is this show on? What channel?
It's on USA. That's all we know. You can use the USA app or go the on
Yeah, I
demand.
guess I can
find it.
understand.
Yeah, I mean you're not going to find. They're almost done with the show, so you're not going to find the first episodes on anyway. It doesn't even star Christian Slater. Christian Slater is a supporting actor, which is kind of funny.
We're getting a comments that say no spoilers.
Okay. I was going to say, he's just saying it's just on the
Spoilers
show.
for what? Our show or that show?
That show.
We're not going to give
Oh.
any spoilers. But Christian Slater, just as far as casting, he's like a supporting character, which is just funny because he used to be a major movie star, and now they're like, oh, we're going to get you on TV. Okay, I'll rebuild my career on TV. You'll have a bit part. Sorry, what? You have a minor part in the TV show. Okay, relaunching my...
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the way back for these guys now. They get it like a TV show like that, and then it puts them right back on everybody's radar.
It's
Yeah.
true. He probably, after the show, will be back on everyone's radar. Because he's pretty good in the show, and the show's great.
I will check it out this week. See what I can do.
The other thing I was trying to accomplish things was the hose. When we bought the house, there was a hose attached.
Your house came with hose? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, the hose, the other end of the hose, where you attach
Garden.
like a garden hose, yeah.
Oh.
We attached like the sprinkler thing. It was bent, so I couldn't attach anything to it. So I was trying to take the hose off the house. And this project, I've been not be able to figure out how to do it for like, I would keep trying it and failing and keep trying and failing to get it off. I eventually Googled how to get your hose off your house and found out a lot of people that had the exact same problem. That was my first thing. I was like, I'm a homeowner now, so this is my problem. I wish I could just call maintenance and have them take care of this shit. And I can't actually hire someone to come over to like take the hose off the house because then I look like a fucking moron. How dumb do you have to be to call a repairman? I can't get the hose off my house.
What do you mean, like
Get my hose out of here.
connected?
The hose is
to, like,
attached to the connection where it's attached to the water on the house. I could not get the like hose off, so I can like put a different hose on there that might actually work.
When you Googled that, was it just a picture of pliers?
Yes.
It was probably a picture of like a rap video with a bunch of hose hanging around. Can't get them off my lawn.
I tried the pliers. The pliers weren't working. I kept turning it. Eventually, like people had the problem. They said if you leave it over the winter, it gets frozen on there. I eventually was able to use a hammer and break it off there because the hammer was able to like, I guess, get it free.
Yeah, that happened to me. I had a handle stuck on one of my hoses, and I had to just slice it with a knife to.
That was the other solution they suggested. If it was on the other side, they said just cut it off.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm like, this is a fucking hose. I'm looking on a YouTube video to figure out how to do this. Anyway, that was. Did you know, Bri, that Jay is running for president?
I heard a rumor about that.
That
Jay,
was
are
our.
you
That was
running
our.
under your
I was
official-
hoping Jay would make an official announcement tonight.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make a big announcement. That was a pretty abrupt segue you did.
Yeah.
But,
It's pretty abrupt, yeah. If you want real segments, you would you go to a show that has content you pay for. But if it's free content, you get shitty segues.
So, yes, I registered myself as Mr. Brink Sanity, and it's officially on the federal website, so you can actually vote for me as Mr. Brink Sanity on for president next year.
So, are we gonna have a press conference or what?
I guess we should, yeah. Yeah, you guys can, ask
Right.
me about my platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, are you up for being a member of the press?
Hell, the press? Yeah, sure. I thought you were going to say cabinet.
Well, I
no,
mean,
you have to prove yourself to become a member of the cabinet.
yeah, I haven't picked my cabinet yet, but I think there's a good chance you guys can get in on this.
I think you
right.
should give the cabinet positions to members of our listening audience that help us get this whole presidential thing along the way.
There's like 14 people in the cabinet, though.
no, well, we need a bunch of
They
things.
can't fill all those spots with our
We need-
listeners.
That's why I'm going to have half co-hosts and then our 7 listeners.
Well, the thing is, you need first of all, you need a running mate, but that's a ways down the road.
Right.
First, you need a website. So if someone can build a website, they could be what, Secretary of Defense?
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, like if you could build a website, you could start wars.
yeah.
Have you ever wanted to like?
There's no
I
more
don't
wars
know.
to start. You just have to continue them.
Well, you can choose. You can continue a war in Afghanistan, or you can say, I don't like Bolivians. Let's fuck them up.
So what it goes Vice President and then Secretary of Defense?
No, Secretary of State.
Secretary of State.
You mean order of who gets to be president when people
Yeah,
die?
like when I get assassinated, who's I
It
know
goes President, Vice President.
I think it goes
Secretary of the State, Secretary of State, then Speaker of the House, or Speaker of the House and Secretary of State.
Okay.
I don't think I didn't think Secretary of State was in that. I thought it was President, Vice President, then presidential pro tempore, the person head of the Senate,
I'm gonna look it up right now.
and then the Speaker of the House. Well, yeah, I think it's Senate and then House, or the other way around.
Okay. Well, whatever's like fourth in command, I'll give to a listener who builds a website.
President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, President pro tempore, Secretary of State, Treasury, Defense, Attorney General, Interior, Agriculture, Commerce, Labor. That's the top 10.
The agriculture guy gets to be president.
No, he's 9.
The guy
8.
in charge of farming gets to be like eighth in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm going to tell everyone how to grow their corn, and now I run shit. Okay. Anyway, so if you can do things for the presidential campaign, you can get positions, and since none of the positions are claimed yet, you can have your pick. The more you do for the campaign, if you can make a website, you can get a very good position. If you can start a Kickstarter account to raise money for the campaign, or if you can start a one of those, what do they call it? What kind of a super PAC? If you can start a super PAC for Jay's Brink Sanity's campaign, you can get to be. I think if you start a super PAC, you probably be his running mate.
Yeah, you can move pretty high up. Right now, I would say Bry might have the inside track because he was my attorney all throughout college.
That's right.
Okay, I don't even know what the hell that means, but okay.
I was doling out legal advice.
Yeah, Bry basically just gave me terrible advice all through college.
I was like Benicio del Toro in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That's exactly what our relationship was like. It's like
Jay, I'd advise you to light your room on fire so you can get kicked out of school. I mean,
see, Bry took over after the fire incident because my old attorney was very bad. And then I got suspended 0 times under Bry's tutelage, so I'd call that an upgrade.
Well, I guess he could be your legal counsel then. He could be the what do they call it?
Special counsel or whatever.
Yeah, you could be general counsel of the White House. How's that?
Yeah, general counsel. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, attorney general. That's what I was looking for. Okay, can we get the show on the road? Let's Jay, why don't you let's do the press conference. You do your introductory speech, introduce yourself to the press, and Brian and I will give you some questions to find out about your platform.
All right.
Can we play some music? Play some music, Jay.
You can't just say play some music and have it like.
Jay,
come up
this is the shittiest campaign I've ever seen. Should
Well,
we
that's
call
'cause
you
I have no
Mr. Brink of
staff.
Sanity or call you Jay?
You could call me Mr. Sanity.
Okay.
I mean, I could have put my real name.
Like are you just copying D's nuts?
Well, I mean, you told me to put it under Mr. Sanity. I could change it to my real name. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun playing that song, but I plan to be your next president, esteemed members of the press.
That's a pretty ballsy introductory music to play the music that usually comes after you win the election.
I am that.
I don't even think you're allowed to play that, are you?
I don't. I think it's. I don't. What is that when the there's nobody has the rights to the music anymore?
Oh.
Free.
Nobody has the rights to the music anymore.
You know what I mean?
Bry's quite legal counsel. He just repeats what you say.
It's like open.
Copyrights expired. That thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's open to the public, so I can use it. I'm not going to have Neil Young tell me I can't use it.
Okay, so please introduce yourself to the American public.
I am Mr. Brink Sanity. I am running for president under the Republican platform, and I am 100% confident that I will get more votes than Bobby Jindal.
Mr. Sanity, which states are you on the ballot?
All.
Do you know you have to actually register for each state?
None. But I
Mr.
will.
Sanity, do you know how many states there are?
Yeah, I got that one. I'm not like a dummy.
Could you just answer just to make sure?
Sure, 50.
Mr. Sanity, are there more people running for president under the Republican Party or more states in the Union?
Ooh. That's a close one. I think I might have put us over the top. I think there's more Republican candidates now.
Mr. Sanity, can you name all American territories that are not states?
Definitely not.
Do you care about the American territories that are not states?
Oh, they're very important. Yeah, it's high on my list to know what they are.
Mr. Sanity, do you plan to win the terrorist vote?
First thing I do when I get in will be to learn what those territories are. As far as the terrorist vote, is there? Sure. Yeah.
Would you make a promise to the American public? Because are you going to be tough on terrorism?
The toughest, yeah.
Okay, so would you make a promise that you will capture a terrorist and anally rape him live on television to show our enemy that we can't be messed with?
I don't think that'll get past the FCC.
Well, if you're the president, you could do whatever you want.
Mr. Sanity, would you import more Mexicans into this country, or would you deport all of them?
Are those my only two options?
Unless you could come up with a third plan.
Mr. Sanity, would you build a wall around California to prevent those liberal doofuses from infecting the rest of the nation?
Why is everyone fixated on walls when we could have moats?
Are you going to build Mr. Sanity, are you going to build a moat around Mexico or California or Idaho?
We have one around Mexico. It's called the Rio Grande River.
Yeah, I mean, if you build a big enough moat, eventually South America gets detached, and then it just floats away. Problem solved.
Mr. Sanity, are you going to legalize nudity for women?
Or for Bry?
Yes. Yes, I feel like this country is afraid of boobs, and I don't understand why. So I am on the pro-boob platform.
Mr. Sanity, on a topic unrelated, will you make your running mate Jesus?
No, I don't think I'm on his good side.
Why not?
He has got a lot of rules, a lot. And I also called him out on that water into wine thing.
But don't you want the religious vote? You should make your running mate Jesus if you want to win.
Mr. Sanity, you're talking about a fictional person.
It was.
Now, how about a real running mate?
It was food dye.
But couldn't you just say, "Hey, if I'm elected, guess who's going to be at my when I get inducted or whatever, the coronated or whatever."
I mean, he could come. He's not going to be my running mate.
You'd get the religious vote.
What am I going to have, an empty chair or a burning bush?
You're the shittiest candidate ever.
I'm just going to have like a burning bush on a chair next to me.
Mr. Sanity, if elected president, would you promise right now to make a law that says Johnny Depp and Tim Burton can't make any more movies together?
Yes. Also, Johnny Depp has to do 5 movies in a row where he doesn't paint his entire face.
Mr. Sanity, I know your party, Republicans, are against abortion. Are you in favor of making abortion illegal, except for Mexicans, who will be forced to have abortions?
No.
Or would you make abortions mandatory?
For Mexicans.
See, here's the thing. I am running under the Republican platform because they'll vote Republican no matter what. But I'm actually using a lot of the talking points for the Democrats to get their vote. So
okay, Mr. Trump.
Using this strategy, I figure I'll get about 80% of the vote. So yes, mandatory.
Do you have any promises? So what is your thoughts on immigration, Mr. Sanity?
Actually, I like Trump's idea on this. to get the Mexicans to pay for their own wall to stop them from coming in.
How are you going to get them to pay for their own wall?
You charge a little extra on work visas, and you use that extra money to build the wall. So they could come in and work, and they're working to build the wall. That was actually Trump's idea. I think it's pretty good.
Why don't we just have them come here to actually build the wall?
Well, I mean, we're gonna have.
Why don't they pay to literally work on their own wall?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's gonna be some of the jobs. Yeah.
What if we just made a wall out of all the dead Mexicans that Donald Trump wants to kill?
I don't think Donald Trump ever advocated actually murdering Mexicans.
Right.
Oh, I
He
thought
just
he
wanted
did.
to. I think actually that would have made more news.
You had to read between the lines.
Donald Trump's like, I'm going to murder all the Mexicans. Wait, no, Mr. Trump, tell us more about Megyn Kelly and her period.
We have a question in the chat room. If I get elected, will I promise to force Sasha Grey to return to making porn?
Ew.
You don't like Sasha Grey?
She's pretty hot.
Wasn't she on Entourage? She one of those girls that was on Entourage?
Yeah.
She's not that hot, no.
Yeah, no, I like her. She would definitely have to make another couple movies.
Well, Bri, you know what? You're not running for president, Bri. So,
Well, that's true.
if you want to have control over Sasha, if you want to have control over Sasha Grey's porn career, you should run for president.
Well, I'm just part of the media. I don't have an axe to grind here. I don't have a dog in the fight.
Mr. Sanity Brink, as far as guns, if I vote for you, will I get a gun?
Yeah, guns for everyone who votes for me, and then I'm going to ban them all. So, basically get your guns before I ban them.
How are you going to get guns out of, say, 80 million Americans' hands?
I don't think I am. Those guys scare me.
You could ban bullets. That's what you should do.
I'm not going to go to a trailer with a guy who's like making meth and has an arsenal of weapons in there. You could keep that gun.
And posting on InfoWars?
Yeah, and posting on InfoWars.
As far as healthcare, what is your plan for lowering the cost of healthcare? Because healthcare is bankrupting our country.
Yeah, you got to attack insurance. Insurance is what's making it insane.
Well, isn't it not the insurance that's making it insane, but the sick that's making it insane? Without sick people, our healthcare costs would be a lot lower.
That is a good point. So I'm going to go after insurance companies, and I'm also going to ban sick people. That
and
should
the
do
old.
Yeah, I guess, and the old and people who injure themselves. That should take care of the problem, right?
Have you thought about having a mandatory euthanasia age?
I've thought about it. I haven't come to consensus on what that age should be.
Because if you had made the population kill themselves at age, say, 60, you'd solve Social Security also.
Should be younger than that. 45.
Problem is
that's too close for me.
Yeah, the problem is I'm going to be like 38 when I'm president. It's kind of close. If I get reelected, I'd have to off myself in the middle of the second term.
Will you send dick pictures to female fans like Anthony Weiner?
No, I will not do that. Sorry, ladies.
Mr. Sanity, what's your opinion on John McCain?
Is that the creep who can't raise his arms all the way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. He's a real big hero because he got captured.
Mr. Sanity,
I feel like I am like on Trump's side on a lot of this.
Mr. Sanity, will you get a wig like Trump and pretend it's not a wig?
Does he have a wig, or is it a really bad comb over?
We don't know, Mr. Sanity. Will you? Here's the big question: if elected president, will you have the Attorney General look into this?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a cabinet member dedicated just to figure out what the hell is going on with his hair.
Mr. Sanity, drugs. Will you give out drugs if made president?
Everything will be legalized, and then we'll save all that money on the war on drugs.
What will you use that money for?
Building a wall around the drugs.
Mr. Sanity, taxes. I keep getting. Can I stop paying them? What are you gonna do about taxes?
Sure. I mean, you asked nicely.
What's your position on taxes?
I think I don't like them for myself. And probably my cabinet members. You know, we're all anti-tax for ourselves.
You're going to raise taxes or lower taxes?
It depends for who.
The general population.
Oh, everyone pays the same. How about that?
What number is that?
10.
10 what?
I haven't decided yet. 10 something. 10 units. 10 units of something.
Mr. Sanity, are you sure you're prepared to be running for president?
I think I'm more prepared than Trump is.
Mr. Sanity, you could
Mr.
sound...
Sanity, we're not talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about you, Mr. Brink Sanity.
You sound very unprepared for this interview, this press
I've
conference.
answered everything pretty quickly. I think this has been one of the most prepared interviews you guys have ever done to a presidential candidate.
Mr. Sanity, what do you do about Iran?
What is there to do?
Well, you know, they're building a nuclear weapon, and they might kill us all.
Didn't they just figure out electricity like 3 weeks ago? They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Real scared.
Mr.
Real
Sanity,
scared.
if I may.
Yeah.
Will you promise right now to do everything you can to, on your first day as president, to tell us what really happened in 9/11?
Actually, maybe that'll be a good cabinet spot.
Will you
for
forego your inauguration parties and give a speech about the World Trade Center?
That'll be my inauguration speech. I'll just talk about how it's a scam and jet fuel does not burn steel. I'll just do like a 2-hour. My inauguration speech will just be me pointing to a TV screen, and then I'll just show the movie Loose Change. And I'll say explain.
Let me tell you, American people, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it had to be a conspiracy because planes can't fly into buildings. That makes no sense.
I mean, planes fly into buildings.
Mr. Sanity, please. Mr.
I don't want to
Sanity.
get into this.
Mr. Sanity, will you promise to drop bombs on Bolivia? Will you kill the Bolivian people as a way to show the Iranian people you're serious?
Is that a real country?
I don't know. I found it on the map.
I feel like Bolivia is like North Dakota. People talk about it, but nobody's actually from there.
Mr. Sanity, what's your opinion about the environment? What should we do about it?
We should probably not completely kill it.
How would you not completely kill it? Right now we're heading towards raising global temperatures up to 2 degrees Celsius. And they say once we hit the 2 degrees Celsius, the planet is pretty fucked.
Right.
How are you going to reverse course?
Why not just make everything solar and wind power?
Is it really that easy?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
Kind of surprised nobody's done that already. All these problems seem really easy to fix.
Do you, as president, do you plan to give a pardon to Jared Fogle, Mr. Subway spokesman?
No, I want to see what happens to him in jail.
Do you think Jared will be giving out a lot of $5 footlongs in jail?
I think he'll be taking them.
Is there anyone you plan to pardon as president?
I'm sure there is. I don't know yet. Yeah, I can't come up with a good joke for this one.
Mr. Sanity, how do you plan on giving everyone health care?
Didn't Obama fix that already?
Actually, no. Outside of my plan to have all the American people kill themselves at age 60, you haven't really mentioned anything else.
I thought everyone has health care already. I don't think there's a problem. I think you're just making up stuff now. Everyone has health care.
If I say it enough times, it'll work out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mr. Sanity,
I'll just say, listen, jerk, get health care.
do you plan to emancipate the slave girl that Bri hooks up with?
She's free to leave on her own.
Let's see.
Mr. Sanity, will you make your podcast, The Brink of Sanity, mandatory listening for everyone once you're president? Like Hitler.
Like Hitler.
I didn't know Hitler had a podcast.
No one
No, he'll
noticed
make
it.
everyone listen to you'll make everyone listen to it like Hitler made everyone listen to all his propaganda speeches and stuff.
Oh, well, I mean, they didn't
Yeah.
have to listen. They just got shot if they didn't.
Oh, okay.
Hitler's platform was, we will take over the world. We will kill the Jews. And I've got a podcast going on you guys should check out. It's Hitler Talks About Stuff.
And
.com.
leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Nice. Let's see. Mr. President, I have a criminal record here in Canada. That means I can't leave the country. Will you let me into America so that I can go to NBA games?
They have a basketball team in Canada.
Yeah, but he probably wants to watch good teams. So
Will you pardon our fan or talk to Canada and get Canada to pardon our fan so he just no longer has a criminal record?
I think so. I mean, that seems like a good reason to want to come into the country.
Can I ask our fan, will they be Knicks games?
Well, if it's Knicks games, then you definitely get a pardon. He also wants to buy Count Chocula and Vanilla Coke. Is that not in Canada?
What the hell's wrong with Canada?
Jeez, a bunch of communists.
That's probably how if they're going to give everyone health care, they're probably like, we're going to give you health care, we're not giving you Count Chocula. It's one of the other guys.
I'm also going to mandate that the grocery store by me gets blueberries because I've wanted them ever since I was a little kid, and I've never been able to find them ever. They're probably gross, but I really want to try them.
Okay, so I have a serious question for Mr. Sanity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes you're walking. Like, I was walking the other day, and there was, like, a big, fat guy walking in front of me, and I couldn't get around him. Am I allowed to throw him to the ground to get around him? Will that be a legal act?
You're strong enough to do that?
I don't know. He looked like someone I could throw to the ground. If I'm able to throw someone to the ground to get around them, am I allowed to? Under the law. In your administration.
How are they like? Are they not walking in a straight line?
They're just in front of me. I can't get around them. I was in the supermarket. They had a cart. I had a cart. I couldn't get out the door because they were taking their time, and I'm in a hurry.
Oh yeah. No, everyone should be in a rush.
Yeah, if you're not in a rush, you should be allowed to be assaulted.
Yeah. I mean, I saw somebody stop to make a text at the top of a staircase during rush hour on going down to the subway.
Yeah, I've seen people have conversation in front of the subway stairs at rush hour, and you're like, we should be allowed to just throw you down the stairs. That should be totally legal because you're a complete moron.
Yeah.
Mr. Sanity, will you pardon Mark from being held accountable for anything he may have done to annoy his wife while she was sick with a burst appendix?
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. She's going to get a pardon if she murders Mark for his complete negligence in her well-being.
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Do you guys want to wrap this up? And
It's going so well.
do some Facebook questions? We're going to get so
Can
many.
we start
we have
over?
8 million Facebook.
So many worse.
Yeah, can we get some actual intelligent Facebook questions? Or do they just have to be retarded, like, ooh, left or right?
I think I would have been a better presidential candidate than you, Jay.
Yeah?
I think I could debate you right now just to tear you apart. But Brian, let's ask some questions. I'm going to debate Mr. Sanity here.
Okay.
I'll be a better Republican candidate than you.
Better Republican candidate. All right.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm going on I think I should go on the ballot and challenge you.
you're just gonna go take his votes. You're just gonna Ralph Nader him.
I mean, then Hillary's just going to win.
I will run under Nick Podcast. It'll be Nick Podcast versus Brink Sanity for the presidential
Oh, well,
election.
that's not fair.
I'm gonna run his Brink Insanity.
Okay, Mr. Member of the Press, hit us with some questions on some real topics. I want to destroy this Mr. Sanity.
What?
Just ask a goddamn question.
Oh,
Pick a topic
what?
like at the presidential debate, and I'm gonna destroy him. Come on.
Okay. What would you two candidates do to combat homelessness?
We have a problem in this country. We have a problem with hunger, and we have a problem with homelessness.
Sir, the question was, what would you do to homelessness?
I'm gonna make people less hungry by feeding them homeless.
Next
Well-
question.
I don't
Mr.
think
Sanity, would you like to rebut?
I don't think anybody's going to eat homeless people because they smell like poo.
If that does not work, I will ship them off to Mexico as a trade for if they send every time they send a Mexican over here, we're gonna send over a homeless person back with a catapult.
Every time they send a rapist over, we send a bum over.
If
we send
think
a child rapist back.
All right, next question.
Can we end this part of the show?
Yes.
Mr.
Okay.
Nick?
I would say no, but fine, whatever. I have one article to mention, and then we can go to our questions. I just saw this. So there's a guy. You know he kind of looks like Bry actually. How I imagine Bry looks like.
It wasn't me.
Do you know Minecraft?
No.
You guys ever heard of it?
Yeah, I
It's
know
like
it.
So the guy sold it to Microsoft for $2.5 billion. And he has this article he wrote, I've never felt more isolated. The man who sold Minecraft to Microsoft for $2.5 billion reveals the empty side of success.
I don't feel bad for this dick at all.
I mean, yeah. So it says, the problem with getting everything is you run out of reasons to keep trying, and human interaction becomes impossible due to the imbalance. Hanging out in Ibiza with a bunch of friends and partying with famous people, able to do whatever I want, and I've never felt more isolated.
Oh, poor guy.
As president, Mr. Sanity, can we be allowed to stone this person to death?
I think he should be forced to donate all $2.5 billion because
To your campaign?
Yeah, he's our new super PAC because that is so stupid.
I mean, dude, you might have depression issues. If you complain about having $2.5 billion, you should be just murdered.
And if you feel like you can't relate to anybody, stop partying on remote islands. Go to the bar around the corner. You know,
every
human.
weekend, go to the bar around the corner, buy everyone drinks there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have some friends.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to go to Ibiza, idiot. No, I don't get it. Nobody takes a private jet to a fantasy island that only millionaires go to. It's like none of my friends want to do that.
In a related story, woman raising 2 kids on $8 an hour from McDonald's says life sucks. 2 very related people.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess he wishes he had that kind of life. I wish I could be relate to people. I wish I could feel more not so isolated. I wish I worked at McDonald's and needed the money.
Well, we could help you out.
Okay.
Just
Donate
donate
to the
coupons.
Facebook questions. We have. I'm going to read one comment on Facebook. William writes, "Read my lips, Jay. Do not read the questions." Okay, Jay, you can start reading the questions.
First, we have an email from Lorenzo, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Hey guys, where do you normally get your hair cut? At a barbershop, which is usually a mostly male-dominated environment, or a salon, which has mostly women.
Jay doesn't have any hair.
Right. I bought a buzzer, and I buzz what few hairs left I have. He says, I normally go to a salon purely for convenience factor of having 1-2 doors up from our house, but you do get to listen to these ridiculous female conversations like, what shade of caramel should I dye my hair? As if this will somehow distract everyone from noticing that your ass is the size of a barn. SMHFALVT. Shaking my head for a very long time.
I go to a barber usually just because it's usually cheaper.
I go to a barbershop, the same place I've been going my whole life, down the street from my dad's house.
Hey guys,
although I did shave my head completely bald back in June in a manic episode that I was having.
Mr. Sanity, on a different topic, can you get gay people to stop using the word partner? Gay marriage is legal. I'm just confused these days when people say they don't know they're gay, and they go, yeah, I'm going there with my partner, and I'm like, do they mean that they're gay and they're telling me they're gay partner, or is it like their business part? Can't you say your girlfriend? I mean, it's acceptable. It's just confusing at this point.
Yeah, that's I don't like that either. Just say your girlfriend.
Yeah, if you want to say your partner for life, well, at this point they're just your girlfriend because you're just not getting down and proposing. So you're the asshole. So just stop pretending like, ooh, I made them my partner by not proposing. You should propose now. It's all legal.
Did that start because they didn't want to say girlfriend, like people would get offended or something? Because you're not fooling anybody when you say that.
I think that initially it was meant to not reveal they were gay. Or not be offensive. Yeah, I think maybe like at the workplace they said, "Oh, I'm going to go see my boyfriend." People were like, "Oh my God, you know there are children within 5 miles of you saying that? Oh my God!"
And they all just turned gay.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm sitting here in my cubicle of doom, less than 24 hours after getting the snip vasectomy, and so far so good pain-wise.
Holy shit!
Is this something you will consider? I was awake when it happened, but I don't deal with blood or stuff like that very well, so I just stared at the wall. The doctor was a bit of a comedian. At the end, he was like, "Now I'm just going to put your testicles back where they belong." I told him I appreciated that. When I was telling people that I was getting it done, half of them were cool, but the other half freaked out and were like, "What if you break up with your wife?" I have said that no matter what, women walk through that door and wanted a baby, there's no chance I would want that. It would be a Victoria's Secret model or the Russian women's volleyball team. No more babies for me. The only possible situation where I might regret the decision is if a woman said, "I will give you $1 million to get me pregnant, and you never see me again once I'm pregnant." But I guess you have the moral issue once that comes. Can't you, I think you can undo it.
Is there a question in there? Because I kind of dozed off after like 5 words.
Is that something you will consider?
I'm going to say I would never consider it because I don't want them to go, "Oh, you're the 1 in 1 million we just fucked up with."
Exactly.
I don't know what it would be like. They cut off your dick. Like, big clip.
Like my LASIK surgery. As you can see, I'm wearing glasses like 2 years after LASIK. I'm like that 0.01% that just didn't work.
Oh, that'd be even worse because it would be your snip clip only works for like 2 years. Then you're like, "Oh, I don't need a condom anymore. This is great." And your wife's like, "I'm pregnant," and you're like, "Fuck, I should have married a girl that was pro-choice."
Last one, by the way, hashtag Team J all the way. I used to be Team Marc when I first came on board, but I've switched teams. I hate baseball and I hate comics, but comics are the lesser of two evils. So that's what it came down to: baseball versus comics.
Mets. I went to the Met game today. The Mets won, and go Mets!
All right.
Another question: do you guys do night?
Oh, Wes Craven died. If anyone cares.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's not cool.
Did he die in some kind of horrific way? Like, was he murdered?
He heard Jay was running for president.
Was he murdered by a giant spider creature or something?
I don't know. I just see on Twitter, R.I.P. Wes Craven.
Another question: do you guys do night or morning showers? I've always been a night shower guy, and my wife is a morning shower person, which is great for the weekday morning rush, and there's no logjam. I don't really understand morning showers, though. You're essentially getting into bed dirty from the day's activities.
I mean, you have to be clean in bed?
You sweat while you sleep, though, so...
I'm always a morning shower person.
Yeah, I'm always a morning shower person, too. The thing is... when I had hair, my hair gets greasy, and so I would have to take a shower in the morning, or it just looks terrible. But
you'd go to work, and they'd be like, "Jay, we can tell you didn't shower this morning based on your hair, and get the hell out of our office."
It also wakes me up too.
Yeah, it does do that.
I tend to shower. It depends if I go to the gym in the morning. I'll shower in the morning, or else I'll shower at night.
Yeah.
I switch it up.
I'm not opposed to both, but I mean, I'll have definitely especially if it's a work day or whatever, I definitely shower in the morning. If it's the weekend, I might not shower till night. But
I think here's a better question: do you shower actually every day, or do you skip days?
Sometimes on the weekend I skip a day if I'm not doing it. Like if I'm not leaving my house, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. What about during the week? You ever skip a day during the week and go to work?
No. Once I did because my power was out for 3 days, and I had no hot water, so I didn't shower for 2 days. During that Sandy storm that we had a couple years ago.
So in the event of natural disaster, you'll go to work without showering?
Yeah.
Jay?
I hardly ever skip. Once in a while, I'll skip on a Saturday, but I feel like I take 2 showers more often than I take none.
Yeah.
I think I skip maybe once a week. I'm probably the most disgusting person on the show then.
Well, we already know you don't wash your hands, so.
Yeah, I'm just a disgusting person.
Let's see. I just stuck my head into the live stream to check it out. Seems pretty cool. This email just came in. This is the first time I've seen Mark. I can confirm that you look how you sound like you're a regular American. Good job, Mark. So good job looking like you look.
Yes, good job, me.
If you could make your shows more Australia friendly, that would be cool. 8:30 a.m. New York time. I realize this is impractical. However, don't forget rule number 1: the customer is always right. Well, if you are a customer, buy a Brink of Sanity shirt.
If you're a customer, you're paying us for something.
Yeah.
Does Jay look like a regular Australian?
We have a lot of Australian listeners.
We like Australia. I studied abroad there. I like Australia. I relate well to the Australians. What about, what we're going to have next show is our big reveal. Our big reveal, because Bri goes on camera. We get to see what Bri looks like.
Oh.
Ooh. Will you tune in next week so you can look at Bri's face and stare?
I'll have to hire
his
somebody.
haunting eyes.
I'll hire somebody to pretend to be me.
I'd say Twitter, Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter.
What if instead of Bri just put a picture of Russell Crowe up there? And then he does the Conan O'Brien thing where he just talks with his lips.
That
Could be the ideas.
Let's see, would you rather go back 10 years or go forward 10 years? Why would you ever want to go forward 10 years? See, I want to be really close to death.
I want life to be over real fast. Well, I guess if you think you're young, you only want to go forward 10 years if you're like, hey, shit's not working out right now. I don't have a great job. I'm not earning a lot of money. I haven't met anyone. If I go up 10 years, maybe in 10 years, I'm running some big company, got a hot wife, kids, everything's working out.
I would never go forward 10 years.
I got cancer. They told me I have 5 years to live, so I want to go 10 years just to see if I make it.
I'd probably go back 10 years, yeah. Bri, you go back 10 years, or are you...
Yeah, probably.
Would you rather have lifetime tickets to your favorite sports team or have lifetime tickets to your favorite band or singer?
I'm going to go sports team.
Yeah, sports teams go on forever. Your favorite singers.
Sports, and the other thing too is unless you're gonna follow the band around, you're gonna get a ticket for every time they come to New York,
right?
Once every 3 years. I mean,
if you're a Billy Joel fan, you get a concert every month in that MSG.
Well, yeah, but
except when he takes 10 years off.
It's definitely more doable to get your sports team because there's 80 games a year.
Yeah.
Well, here's the question: what's more fun, going to your favorite concert or favorite sporting team? Favorite sports team.
Probably.
They're both equally annoying now at this point in my life.
Is anything not annoying at this point in your life, Rye?
No, not really. But I mean, concerts, everyone's just an asshole at concerts, and
but when I go to the Knick game, everyone's an asshole. The Knick game.
Yeah, I know. Sporting events are assholes. Nobody's paying attention. Everyone's.
And I gotta take the subway there, and they're asking.
Costs $10,000 to eat 2 hot dogs and have a beer, and you go to a concert and the dickhead in front of you is videotaping the whole thing on his phone, so you have to watch the concert through a 4-inch screen.
I feel like going to the concert is fun, but I feel like on a consistent basis, going to a Knick game or a Met game is more fun.
I'd probably take the sports.
Yeah, no, I would.
Only because the bands I like are getting old and they don't tour that much anymore. So.
Yeah.
What if, based on this, let's say, what if the band you liked would play once a month, like Billy Joel style MSG? So whatever band you want, you can have that one band will play once a month for you to go see at MSG.
No, because then you're hearing the same songs every month too.
Yeah.
What if the band promises to write all new music for each month?
I'm sure it'll be great.
What if the band decides to run for president?
Like the Dandy Warhols are my favorite band, and they came around last year, but they didn't have a new album, and I'm like, well, I don't want to see the same concert as I saw the year before. So I would definitely pick sports. It's
also when you go to see a band, you're like, hey, I want to see you do all those songs I already know, and try to do them and make them sound kind of like how they sound when I listen to them on the radio or the CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what you're saying. When you go to see a sporting event, you're not like, hey, I want to see you Knicks. Instead of playing a game today, I just want to see highlights of past games.
Yeah.
So that part is a little more fun to it.
All right, Facebook.
We only have 66 Facebook questions and 2 minutes to go.
All right. Greg writes the next 50 questions. Jay, are you a grandfather to Mark's kids? I think you mean godfather.
I'm sure he means godfather. Grandfather would mean either Jay is my parent or my wife's parent. No, he's not the godfather to my parent. My kids do not have a godfather. I don't understand what godfathers do. You guys have godfathers? Godparents?
I did.
I think I did. Yeah.
What's the point?
The point is, if your parents die, they like vouch to take care of you.
But that's we have a will, and we have in the will we have family members will get the kids if we die.
Some people don't have that.
They can't figure out how to do a will, so they're like, "You're a godparent," which is recognized in no court of law.
Well, I think it started back in the day when you had kids at like 18, and you didn't write a will when you're 18, so you had a godparent.
I don't think it's like it holds any weight in the court of law. But we were drinking the other night, and Bob said
I think it's just like a baptism. It's just all bullshit. It doesn't. It's just something you do because you always know a couple that can't have kids. So you're like, oh, here, just be my be my kid's godparents because you'll never have one of your own.
Yeah.
Is that just being a dick to that couple?
Kinda.
I know your wife's barren. You want to get if we happen to die, you can have our kids.
Yeah.
Because your wife's barren.
If I die, you can have my lawnmower and my bratty kid.
You know how you can't meet anyone and you're a loser? Well, I'll let you raise my kid if I die and my wife dies at the exact same time.
So you guys promised that this would be the funniest episode yet. Why is that? I don't think we promised that.
And chances are, if me and my wife died at the same time, my kid would probably be there too and die. So you really don't get the kid.
Well, what if you're like really shitty parents and you were like, okay,
unless you're the Waynes. I mean, if you're the Waynes, then yeah, Bruce gets to live. But
what?
Bruce Wayne, his parents, they got shot.
Oh, I thought you said the Wayans. I thought you were talking about like David Wayans. Yeah, no, I got it. Batman.
The Wayans, they just multiply.
What was Batman? I guess they had the Alfred was watching him.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, was Bruce with them when their parents got killed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mark, what is the model of your iPhone and what's your wallpaper?
I have the iPhone 6, and the wallpaper are my kids. And they are at a spray park having fun.
Lamest pickup line you've used, lamest that you've heard.
Lamest that I've used is, did you know I'm on a podcast called Brink of Sanity?
Lamest I've heard, I don't know. I feel like when we were in Panama City, Bri, we heard like a lot of real bad ones.
When I shaved half my beard off and I went out to a bar, this guy walked up to a girl and said, "Doesn't that guy look like an asshole?" And that was his pickup line for her, and it didn't work.
Nice.
The girl came over.
Okay, go on.
No, the girl came over to me and was like, "That guy's a dick." So what's up with your half beard? I was just like, I don't know.
That was awesome. Brian had like an 8-inch beard on one side and clean shaven on the other.
I once some guy I thought he was going up to these girls to that I knew to ask directions, but as a way to hit on them. So I came up and just said, "Oh, you're looking for that? Oh, it's that way. You make a left, whatever." I kind of sent them on the directions, and they go, "Oh, how do you know where that is?" And I was like, "I don't." And then they never let me live that down because they were like, "He was just asking directions. You're a dick."
In high school, Will and I used to sit in the food court at the mall, and we'd get a 4-person table, and then when girls would walk past, we'd say, "Look, empty seat."
Oh yeah, we did that too.
Yeah, we did that too. And then one time a girl actually sat down, and we weren't expecting girls to actually sit down, so we we're just like, we didn't plan this far ahead.
Oh, you guys are nice. I'll sit down here.
Nobody's ever said yes.
Yeah.
I just came in myself. You could leave now.
Ford, Mustang, or Chevy?
To the levee.
I don't know anything about cars. I could care
I'm not a
less.
car guy.
Guys, can you guys do your best Bane voice impression?
What does that mean?
It's the bad guy from the newest Batman movie. with his
Yeah.
face covered.
I play Bane when I do a bad superhero bad guy game with my son, but I don't really put on a voice. But I guess I could. I'd be like, Jay, I am Bane, and I have a terrible voice. That sounds exactly like the guy from the movie.
No, because I could understand you. It was more like,
Is this better?
Batman.
Batman, I will say very important details of the plot, and you'll have no idea what I said. Ha ha ha!
Do your best
I think
Canadian
voice.
accent? No.
This is my best Canadian accent. These are your terrible questions. Okay, quack like a duck. Quack, quack, quack. This show's going great.
Do you just like sit your kids in front of the show and like have us just do corny shit?
Oh, now I will try to lick my eyebrow. This is going to go great.
Top 10 Beatles songs. I know Bryce loves this one.
I don't even think I could. I don't think I could name 10 Beatles songs.
Brian, how do you not like the Beatles? What are you? You crazy? How do you live in Gotham?
Do you guys not want to do that one?
I say my number one would be A Day in the Life.
Okay.
Jay?
Mine would probably be Here Comes the Sun.
Oh, I'll go Here Comes the Sun as my number two.
I really like that medley at the end of Abbey Road. Does that count as like my next
Golden Slumbers?
5? Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, the end.
Yeah, I guess that counts. I mean, I guess I would go that number 3 then. I'm going to say whatever you say now.
Dear Prudence.
I'm not going to say Dear Prudence. I would probably say Norwegian Wood. I really like that song.
Okay. I don't know.
Yesterday?
Moving.
No, Yesterday's all right.
I like Yesterday a lot.
I like
Come Together?
Magical Mystery Tour.
It's kind of lame. Come Together I like. I like underrated ones. Maxwell Silverhammer.
That is a good one. Let's see. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Why don't we do it in the road?
She said, she said.
Rocky Raccoon. I love Rocky Raccoon.
Really?
You don't like that song?
Not really, no.
I'm a big fan.
Okay, that's 10. Right?
Okay, close enough.
Hard Day's Night. I like that one. Okay, let's see what we got. Do you guys listen to the band Churches?
I really like Rubber Soul.
Do you guys
Bane
listen to
likes
the
Rubber
band
Soul.
Churches?
What band?
Churches?
Bane likes Rubber Soul.
No, I never heard of them.
Neither have I.
Rubber Soul's an album, you moron. By the Beatles.
Top 10 favorite cartoon shows of all time?
Oh, God. We have to do more top 10 lists. Can we just skip any question that says top 10?
Yeah.
Who's prettier, young Madonna or Taylor Swift?
Wow. Two not so attractive people.
Right.
I'll go with Young Madonna.
Yeah, I'll go Young Madonna, too.
I think I would go with Taylor Swift, but neither one are... Okay. Harry's portion of the questions. Just got...
I forgot you don't introduce each person. You don't go... I'm saying you don't say, Steven says, Steven says, Steven says, Steven says.
I just...
Greg writes.
Blanket 40 questions by Harry now. Please do not let Jay read the questions. I love it when
Are
Mark...
you gonna keep that up, Mr. Brink? As if elected president, will you to win Harry's vote? Will you not read the questions anymore?
I can't tell if... Oh, I guess Ustream censors?
What do you mean censors?
Well, I just see it says, I want to censored the censored. So I doubt that person is writing the word censored. So I guess if you curse in the Ustream chat, it just says censored.
Okay, if you're in the Ustream room right now, could you write fuck, shit, fuck, and see what comes up?
Let's see. Did Mark ever like Santorum in his face in college?
I believe Santorum in my face was something to do with balls in my face. And I'm going to go no.
How much do you guys spend on transportation and week?
And week.
And week.
Okay. I am spending. I think now that I'm commuting, I think the Metro card's like not the Metro card. The card for the train is like $250 a month.
Oof.
That's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it's not cool.
What about you guys?
Like $40 a week in gas.
I just got the monthly subway. What is that, like $120? So $30 a week.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Would you guys run ads for Nambla?
Sure.
What's NABLA?
It's the Jared Fogle organization.
Oh.
Oh, just to clarify, he wrote, I wanted to skull fuck the bitch. I don't know if that was Taylor Swift or Madonna, but...
It's NAMBLA is a national association. I don't know if I think Fogle was actually into women. National Association of Men Who Love Boys.
Oh.
If they want to give us money, fine.
I mean, how much money do they have to give us to get? Like, if they're gonna give us $1 on an ad, I'm thinking I'm gonna say no.
Right,
I
yeah.
I want more than $1 from NAMBLA.
No, I agree.
If you're talking about like selling like dead squirrels on our site, $1 sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna sell man boy loving, I think we need $100 for the ad.
Sounds about right.
Right. What about you? Would you wear? How much would it take for you to wear sponsorship from NAMBLA? Like a kind of like a uniform, like a Yankees jersey, but it says NAMBLA.
Probably $100,000.
And how much would you wear it for? Would you wear it like every day?
If they gave me one to wear every day, I'd wear it every day.
Yeah, they'll wash it for you. They'll make it look. They'll make you look as stylish as you can in a big NAMBLA uniform.
Mark,
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't care.
Mark, last week you were asked, what will you do when your child gets bullied as he has your genes as well? Let's just say that he ain't going to be the stat quarterback, LOL, but what if he's the opposite? What if it's him bullying other kids? How would you punish him?
Well, first I would tell.
Why would you punish him?
I would punish him. I would tell him I think it's wrong to pick on. You never want to pick on the weak. You never want to be that person bullying other people. So I would talk to him and tell him how wrong it is. And then if he continued to do it, I would, depending on the age, I would punish him. I would either like take away some of his toys for a little while, or take away some privilege.
So you'd bully him.
Yes, I would. Yes, that's exactly what I do. I would show him how you like the bully. Well, I'll show you what bullying's like.
Mark, what would you do if your child hit you? I have a lot of friends, including me, who are so close to laying a ass wooing to dad at a point in life. Some actually did for varied reasons. You know, you were young, so don't give me that, oh, I will raise my kid to be the right bullshit. Most teens need to learn the hard way and go through things in order for them to appreciate.
Can we teach these question askers some grammar and punctuation? And
that was one sentence.
Can I hit my son until he can write a sentence? I would say, if you're talking about my son who's at age 4 trying to hit me, it doesn't really hurt when a 4-year-old hits you. And he's tried to hit me before when he gets angry, and I just sit him down and talk to him. But if he was like 15, I'd have to keep talking. I feel like if your son at 15 tries to punch you in the face, you've really screwed up as a dad.
Right.
So it's kind of all your own fault. Don't blame the kid. You just need to figure out a way to like get the kid not to do this anymore.
Steven writes, what do conservatives hate more, guys who fuck underage girls or guys who fuck other guys?
Guys who fuck other guys.
Definitely guys who fuck other guys.
It's like not even close.
Yeah, it's not.
You
even
can fuck
close.
any. If you're a guy, you can fuck any female you want. You can't fuck another guy though,
Yeah.
according to Republicans.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, I mean, I nailed. She was so hot. It was a she though, right? Yeah, she was 2 years old. But it was a she. Yeah. High five.
Steven portion of the questions. Would you accept $500 million on the condition that you will be a Nigerian scam artist in your next life?
Sure.
I would.
What's the condition? Like, I get my next life. I'm born like
Black.
I'm drafted into Nigerian scamming.
Yeah.
From a young age, my parents were like, "Well, little, what's my name?" And
Ikue.
Yeah, little Equale. You will be a Nigerian scammer. You will send people poorly worded letters telling them about they have money from past kingdoms.
Yeah. Why
So,
not?
would it be like a family business?
Yeah, those guys are probably pretty well off.
I'm just wondering, would it be like a family business, like the way you're born into like a plumber because your dad's a plumber? Dad, one day I want to grow up and be just like you and take dumb people's money.
Let's see. What new metal bands does Bry like? Also, why does Jay hate good music?
New like NU metal
Yes,
or new
yes.
as in new?
NU.
I don't even know who's still considered new metal.
Do you like Anthrax?
I dig Anthrax, yeah.
Do they have any new songs?
They probably do. I think they had a new album come out last year or so.
Can we go to the next question?
I mean, I don't know if System of a Down is new metal or Deftones are new metal. I like those bands.
There you go. Is it just one of those days, Bry?
Is it what?
Just one of those days.
It's just always one of those days.
Oh, it's which new metal bands did Bry like back in the day?
Oh, back in the day?
What about Anthrax?
Anthrax isn't new metal. They're
No,
thrash.
but back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I like them.
What do you like better, Anthrax or Pantera?
Panera?
Panera.
I never really got that much into Pantera.
I thought they were overrated.
I dig them now. I listen to them, but I never really listened to them when they were a band.
We saw them live a few.
Yeah,
say
I saw them a
years back,
couple
it's probably
times.
Like 10 years back.
They were okay. I don't think they were one of the best. I think they're overrated.
They have like 3 good songs.
What are the 3 good songs?
This Love,
Walk,
and I'm sure there's another one.
Cemetery Gates.
Cemetery
maybe.
Gates.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Planet Caravan.
like Caravan. They have 5
The
minutes
only-
of long.
Their best songs are those songs where they didn't sound like a heavy metal band.
Yeah, except for Walk.
Way back when did you guys own the original Game Boy?
Yes,
I did not.
still have
I was jealous of other kids that had it. My
I
parents
did-
I
didn't
still
buy it
have
for me.
mine.
I did not have one.
Would you buy that for your kid? Like a Game Boy type, like the Wii, whatever the handheld thing. Would you buy that for your kid?
Eventually, not like at a real young age. I don't want them to be like addicted to all these cell phones and video games and shit.
Not the worst thing is that like once they get a cell phone, they're gonna start playing games.
Yeah,
and
I
they're
know.
gonna sit there and not talk to anyone. And
Well,
just stare down at the phone all day like a total asshole.
depends what age they are.
I kind of believe the next generation are just gonna be total assholes and just sit there at their phones all day and don't interact with each other.
Well, I'm gonna
Pretty
take that
much.
phone and I'm gonna uninstall that bullshit. That kid's gonna have to reinstall that game every single morning.
We should all as parents just give our children flip phones.
Yeah,
That should be it.
yeah. I
That
think.
would solve the assholeness.
Yeah, I'm
Look,
not
you need
giving
a phone.
like.
You got a phone. It's a flip phone, and if you want to send someone a text message, use T9. See how that goes for you.
I'm also not gonna give my kid a cell phone at like 6 years old. I see these little shits in like first grade walking around with
Yeah,
a cell phone.
I was going to work the other day. And it was the first day of school, and I saw a bunch of little kids sitting waiting for the bus, and they're on their phones.
Yeah,
And it was definitely like the elementary school bus.
it's like we made it to college before we got a cell phone.
I'm pretty sure a 6-year-old has no one to call.
Yeah.
There's no one he needs to call ever.
If you're in school, like you can't like.
Parents
yeah.
justify it like if there's an emergency, you can call me. But it's like, I don't know. I made it. I made it through elementary school.
And it's so
without-
weird too, like at work, because everybody in my office, they text all day and they're on the phone all day, and it's like, remember like 10 years ago when you had to work all day? You didn't these people. Some of my coworkers will text like their live-in spouses or boyfriends or girlfriend, whatever, all day, and then it's like, well, what the fuck do you say to them when you get home? You told them about your day as it happened, so what's there to talk about later?
Remember when I texted you earlier about what Bill said at the
Yeah.
water cooler? Yeah, that was crazy. Parents also make the argument that I need to be able to get in touch with my kid in case of emergency. I think if you feel like that, you should have your umbilical cord reattached them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure you can get a hold of your kid in an emergency at a fucking school.
Yeah, there was really no reason any kid under 10. I mean, and 10's a pretty young age as it is, should ever have a phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, what did we do? Like, it's not like 10 years ago, all these kids were just dying in class. Oh, no, emergency again. Okay. Oh, well, no way to call people. Oh, well,
And how many real emergencies are there happening in the world at any like moment? Like, oh no, I dropped my milk. That's not a fucking emergency. Emergency is like there's some crazy kid with Asperger's here shooting up the school.
Mom.
And that takes 10 seconds, so it's not even like you could call somebody during that.
Mom, it's an emergency. Mr. Henderson gave me a C- when I deserve an A because I tried really hard and he's a dick and he tried to touch me. Mom, do something about it now.
Yeah, I mean, I literally needed a cell phone 0 times growing up, like for emergencies.
I mean, I'd like it. I mean, you would like it growing up. It's just that you don't fucking need it.
Steven disagrees. He writes, "My kid won't be able to eat solid food until he beats 6 or 7 games of my choosing." I think you're going to have a very antisocial kid.
I also think that if you're being literal about that, it's going to be a weird first year of life for your kid. Very disappointing for you when he doesn't know how to actually use his own hands for the first 6 months.
All right, questions. Do you guys like Jurassic Park?
The original.
I only saw the first one. I liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I saw the first 2. I liked them.
I would see Jurassic World if it was on TV right now in front of me.
Yeah. Do you guys believe in cryptids? A cryptid is an animal whose existence has been suggested but has not been discovered or documented by the scientific community. Examples include the Beast of Bray, Road, Bigfoot, and the Loch Ness Monster.
So shit people make up.
Right.
So do I believe in the existence of shit people make up with no basis, no actual factual basis?
Right.
So, yeah, I actually want some form of evidence to believe in the existence of something like without any evidence whatsoever.
Right.
Do you think believing in, say, a cryptic is any different than believing in God?
Has there been a book about Loch Ness Monster?
Fair enough.
Written 600 years after the Loch Ness Monster was sighted?
I guess that would be a difference.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are books about Loch Ness Monster. I'm sure if you went to Amazon, you'd probably find plenty of books.
Let's see. Why does Mark hate black people?
I don't understand why everyone insists that I hate black people. I've done nothing on the show that indicate that I hate black people. At no point did I own any slaves.
Just say you hate them because they're black. That's all.
Okay, there you go.
There's always some evidence they're just sketchy. The guy who took the photo of the Loch Ness Monster literally said it was a hoax. And that was the only evidence, that one picture. Anyway.
What's the obsession also? Let's say the Loch Ness Monster exists. And it's a cover-up. It does exist. Who gives a shit? Honey,
yeah, exactly.
They proved the Loch Ness Monster exists. Okay. Do you want to watch Mr. Robot tonight? Yeah.
Harry
I know.
writes,
What is it like? Once they acknowledge it, it's gonna like turn around and kill everybody. Is that?
I understand if like aliens are real, like you find the government conspiracy and they're really aliens. I can see that being a little mind like shattering. But the whole Loch Ness Monster. Okay, he really exists. He doesn't really like come out in the public, and he's gonna hide in the woods, and maybe McDonald's is gonna offer the Loch Ness Whopper.
Harry writes, Mr. Robot is fucking nice. Really good, strong storyline. Thanks, Mark and Jay, and Justified sucks.
Oh, fuck you.
Wow. I was gonna watch Justified next.
Yeah, that's next. That and Falling Skies are on my list.
I tried watching a little Fallen Skies. It seems It seems okay. I can't see that being a really good show. Is that supposed to be a really good show?
One person told me it was really good. I don't know anybody else who watches it.
But Bryce said Justified is really good, right?
Nobody. He was just saying that to get under my skin. There's nobody that would watch Justified and think it sucks.
Okay.
Didn't you start? I thought you started it.
I'm 4 episodes in. I really liked it, but I just haven't picked it up. I'm going to pick it up after I'm done with Mr. Robot. I've decided this is the show I'm going with, especially because you said it picks up, right?
Yeah, it does.
Can you get
Okay.
Justified on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I watch it.
Okay. I forgot to cancel my 30-day trial, so now I have it for a year. So it looks like I got Justified.
Amazon 1, Life 0. Jay's scorecard.
All right. Gilliam writes, are you excited for the upcoming Suicide Squad film? No.
What's the deal? Is it just it's just supposed to be the bad guys?
Yes.
It's like the Marvel Avengers, but just the bad guys.
Yeah, it's like the DC bad guys.
But what happens? Do they fight? Like, is there a good guy that fights them?
I have no idea. I never read a Suicide Squad comic. I have no idea. I only
Jay,
know.
you're the worst comic expert. Bride, do you know this?
No.
You know nothing about. Do you know anything about anything? Bride?
I don't know anything about comic books.
I thought you knew about comic books.
No.
There's I know two people on the Suicide Squad, and I don't know anybody else, and there's like a dozen of them.
So the Joker's in it, right?
Yeah, the Joker and Harley Quinn, and then like 10 other people who I don't know.
I don't like superhero I generally don't like superhero things where there's multiple superheroes or multiple bad guys. Because you spend too much time on all the guys instead of developing one guy's. I just would rather than develop the good guy and develop the bad guy.
I like the team stuff better when I'm reading it because they could actually kill off a character. You know, in like a comic, you know, they're not going to kill off Wolverine in the Wolverine comic. Bad example because they did that, but you know what I
It'd
mean.
be great if they killed off Superman. You're like, okay, the rest of the the rest of the stuff is just all about the world getting like getting killed.
Exactly. But in a team book, you could have somebody die. In the movies, I agree. When they add too many characters, it's like everyone gets 2 lines, and it ends up just being stupid. If you were famous, like an NBA player, which actress or singers or famous girls would you try to make out with?
All of them.
Yeah. All the white ones.
I would probably, if you're saying we're single, we're super famous like LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would try to fuck them all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would just go on a complete tear.
You'd probably get bored eventually.
I don't think so.
Don't worry about that when it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess Tiger Woods didn't seem like he got bored. So.
Those are the kind of problems you want to have.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Newsroom?
No.
I want to. That's also on my list because I know Olivia Munn's in that. I like her.
Someone at work is obsessed with telling me how I would love that show because it's all like this liberal stuff about the news media. But I watched the first episode, and the first episode was really cheesy.
Was it? I just saw the opening part. Why is America the greatest country in the world? And
Yeah, that part. It's horrendous. They give this really dumb speech. Like, what do you think was worse about that? So basically, it opens up. You're at some kind of weird question and answer thing in front of college students, and some student goes, "Why is America the greatest country in the world?" As if there's any college student dumb enough to ask that question in America. And this Jeff Bridges, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes off in this rant about America's not being that great of a country, which no shit. The whole thing sounded so contrived and like I can't imagine this I imagine the Suicide Squad being more reality based than this scene where kids ask the question about why is America the greatest country in the world?
So this is the fun part of having a cam.
Yeah.
Because apparently, when you were talking about fucking all the women, your girlfriend opened the door and peeked in. Or your wife opened the door and peeked in.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
No, she
I think how big is the delay on the screen? Because
It's like 10, 15 seconds. It's really
oh,
bad.
all right.
She did not peek in.
That's what I'm being told.
I don't believe that shit happened. I do not believe. I would have heard her come in.
As kind of liberal New Yorkers, what do you think of Rudy Giuliani?
There's no way. Can you go back and look?
Not right now. He's swearing.
She had a rifle in her hand.
He's
Who
swearing.
was
it
saying
happened.
this? She did not come back in.
He swears she opened the door, peeked in, and then closed it. I
There's
don't know.
no way she did that.
I could go back later.
You're gonna go back in later and check for me, right?
If you want me to, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Let me look at the time. It was An hour and 22 minutes in. Okay. What do you
She would
think?
have. There's no way she would have peeked in. That makes no sense. I would have noticed her.
What do you think of Rudy Giuliani and his time as New York mayor?
He wasn't bad. I mean, he got rid of all the shit in Times Square.
Yeah, he moved all the porno stores and the hookers 1 block away from Times Square.
Where would they be now?
On the internet.
He also apparently saved the day by going to the ground zero after 9/11 and then saying, "Look what I did! I stood here,"
And not breaking down and crying.
Yeah. And then mentioned that for the next 20 years.
Yeah, he basically took one moment, where and just tried to ride that. I wonder if he just does that in the rest of his life. You're like, oh, hey, Mr. Giuliani.
I think I lost you guys' audio. Shit. Awesome. Time Warner Cable. Are you guys back? Awesome. I love Time Warner. Well, fuck. No internet connection. Cool. I'm going to end this video here because this may take a while. God damn it, Time Warner.